Hello, everyone. Silver here. Uh, we're back with more Rogue with the Dead. Uh, again, very fun game. I got somebody in the comments at one point, talking about the PvP aspect of this game, and it got me thinking, like, I get people are really into that. People are very much into, like, PvP in games. But this game, I don't feel like the PvP aspect is that important. Like, in just comparison to the game. Because the only PvP aspect is a leaderboard that basically is just, what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, the leaderboard is just how much you've played, essentially. There's nothing really super competitive about it. It's like your Virtus, which is only by getting artifacts. There are some that are like based on the events. And because I am using a quote-unquote, as I got this message yesterday, off of, no, it wasn't yesterday, it was the day before. I got this message after my last Rogue with the Dead video. Because I had played a little bit afterwards. I did one of the events. And it had showed the message that, oh, hey, you are using an emulator or illegitimate hardware. Even though this is the Google Play Games beta, which is legitimate hardware. It's a legitimate Google Play app. It's not like a third party. It's legitimate. But that did show me a little bit of, like, it went a little bit into that feeling of, like, why, because it just does not let me use the leaderboards and stuff. That's basically what it is. It did take forever to fucking to actually load after. However, again, it's still technically legitimate hardware, so I don't know why it's saying it's illegitimate. Because again, this is an actual fucking Google Play. Like, it's an actual Google Play app. But I don't really care for the quote-unquote, like, leaderboard section, because again, it's just based on how much you fucking play the game, or there's things that you can't spend money to get faster. You could spend a lot of money to get a lot further in the game, a lot quicker. So, not necessarily, like, in my top priority of things to worry about is the PvP section. The PvP is kind of non-existent. You're not really player versus player ever. It is, it's basically, the PvP is just a leaderboard. It's like, oh, how much have you gotten in the game? oh, you've gotten, like, almost every artifact. Well, you're pretty high up there on the leaderboard. You've played for a long time. And it's like, it doesn't really do much, you know? Doesn't do much to make you feel like it's very PvP. And if you're into the leaderboard, maybe the game isn't for you to come in so late. But if you don't care about a leaderboard whatsoever, the game is genuinely fun. Like, yeah, I'm not sponsored at all. I'm actually going to do this real quick. Speaking of not being sponsored by anything, I do have something to share with the group. Basically, anybody who watches this. That's it. I do want to share something with all of you. And while I'm here, I can do that. Because this is the only time the game is, like, paused. It's when you're in this menu. I really need this Lost Memory 3 before she dies. Because what is her age now? 70. She's getting up there in age. But yeah, I do have one thing I want to show everybody. It is... I'm not sponsored, to be fair. Not sponsored. At all. However, I do want to show this. This is a way that I make money a little bit, just a little bit. This is called Honey Game. This is the thing that I was talking about at one point where I'm able to, like, kind of get money for free. I had talked about it in a previous video. I had asked if anybody wanted to know about it, that I would share it. And I will put my referral link in the description of this video. I am not sponsored. Whatsoever, I'm not sponsored. I fucking wish I was sponsored. And this does sound like the biggest fucking scam. You're not doing anything to get paid, right? Because this... I wouldn't recommend doing this if you have limited data for your phone or your computer. If you have limited, I would not do this. But if you have an unlimited plan, I can highly recommend downloading Honeygain. Whether that be on your computer or on your Android phone, because it doesn't seem like it works on iPhone. I have a friend who I've referred that it didn't work for them because they have an iPhone, but they have a PC that it works on. And yes, while I am not affiliated with Honeygain in any way. I've used it for fucking 4 years, basically. I've used it for 4 years. You're never going to make, like, a good income out of it. Like, you're never going to make a steady income, I don't think. However, it does give you a little bit extra every couple months. If you are often on your computer or your phone, I could advise, if you have an Android, to do both. Your PC and your phone. Because it works on both. And you can have the same account on both. So it shares the balance. Because my phone is where I get more of it. I'm often on my computer, but my phone, because I'm often on games on my computer, that doesn't necessarily count. But if I'm watching like YouTube on my phone or YouTube on here, if I'm scrolling the internet, this goes up very quickly. It does say earn 30% more on a desktop device. I don't know what that means, but this is my link here. I will put it in the description. This isn't the full link, uh, but it does show you how much I've used it, actually. Genuinely, I've used this a lot. Uh, and this is what happens when you get when somebody's referred, because this would help me have a more stable, kind of like uh, somewhat stable income. Not really stable, but like a bit more than what I get currently, so I can try to actually so I could try to get more for myself so I can help improve the stream. I don't do the jump task thing, but apparently you can earn more doing jump task. I think that's closer to like doing the survey bullshit that never actually fucking works. But you don't have to do that. Genuinely, you don't have to. And the only reason I'm promoting this is because I've used it for 4 fucking years. And using my referral link, you would start off with $3 in the account. You have to have 20 to pull out. To pull anything out, you have to have $20. Of course, there's a minimum. I believe, because I use PayPal on it, and I believe if you don't use Jump Task, you have to have a PayPal. I think with Jump Task, you can directly put it into your wallet, like your bank account. But I don't use Jump Task. I just use my PayPal because my PayPal isn't necessarily connected to anything. And then I can take money off of my PayPal and put it onto my card. And the reason I'm referring it is because I do make money off of referrals, of course, which is something you could do too to people that you know. And you can look it up just to say I'm not bullshitting you. This is a legitimate app. It actually does what it says. You're nowhere near gonna get fucking like a true income out of it, because this is how many payments I've gotten. There were several times where I wasn't using it quite as often, that I don't have quite as much, as you could tell. The fact that I've been using it a lot more recently, it took me a couple months to get $20, right? It took me a couple months. That's about, if you're chronically on your PC, that's the amount of time it would take. Is that without any referrals. And with referrals, if I were to refer you, I get a slight portion of what you earn. It doesn't take away from what you're earning at all. It doesn't take away from what you earn through Honeygain. It just gives me a little bit extra for referring you to Honeygain. You get the $3 as well on top. And anytime you make a payout, I get $5. So yes, this is for money. But I'm not sponsored by Honeygain. At all. Not sponsored at all. I just wanted to share this, and I will put the link in the description for anybody who wants to like try this out. The only thing that people say could be a questionable thing about this is privacy concerns, I believe. But privacy concerns, even if you're fucking using a VPN, your ISP knows exactly what the fuck you're doing. Your internet, the people who provide your internet, know what you're looking up, no matter what. They can see that even if you're on a VPN. Like, Google, they fucking know. Sure, you might have changed your IP address with a VPN, but they know what that IP address looked up. They know what you're looking up. And the ISP doesn't care. Your ISP isn't going to hold you hostage saying, oh, yeah, you're looking at tentacle porn. Like, that's disgusting. How could you ever do that? We're going to try to get you to, like, pay us more. Like, no, they're not going to do that at all. That's not how it works. Your privacy concerns, this is relatively safe. I've never had an issue. I've only ever been hacked once, and it was because I didn't have two-factor authentication on my Epic Games account, which didn't have my card on it. So somebody had gotten access to my Epic Games account and used their money to buy skins in Fortnite. That's it. That's the only ever time, and that's been years ago. But either way, yeah, I just wanted to share that. I did just want to share that, just so everybody could have that as an option if you want a way to make some money just by sitting there. It's not going to be an income, and you as well can refer people and get more. So if you have a wide range of friends and people who know or who have like a PC or a phone, you can get a lot more. I just thought it would be a good thing for kind of like everybody to see it, because I've used it for 4 years. That's how I know. I wouldn't fucking recommend it if I didn't use it. I'm not the type of content creator who will shill just about fucking anything. I want to use something before I start shilling it. Like, I'm not going to lick the ass of a company because they're making much more money than I am. I'm not going to lick their ass just because they're paying me. I want to know what I'm getting into, because it could fall on me if something isn't right. Like, it could genuinely fall on me if some shit fucks up, you know? But yeah. That's only if you kind of want to help me out as well. And make a little bit of money for yourself. If you have a PayPal account and a bank account, or if you just have a PayPal, you don't even need a bank account because you can get a PayPal card. Again, I think if you do the jump task stuff, you can put it directly into your bank account, but I'm not positive on how that works. I don't use jump task, so I can't tell you for a fact how that works. All I know is the PayPal section, the PayPal side of it, works perfectly fine. The PayPal side works perfectly fine. It's not a scam, even if it sounds like a fucking scam, because it really does. This is one of those things that really sounds like a fucking scam if you like listen to it. If you pay attention to the whole thing, really sounds like a scam. Like 100% sounds like a scam, but it's not, and I can promise that. Because they do what they say. It kind of just runs in the background. It doesn't do anything. 100% runs in the background on your PC, and it just gathers like extra data from your internet That's it. I'm pretty sure it works with a VPN, even. Like, pretty sure it works. I don't use, well, actually, my Opera GX uses a VPN. It has that built-in VPN bullshit. But the VPN and ad blocker. So, it's not like, it's not like you would be restricted if you want to use a VPN or anything. It just works. It exists. It does what it says. It's one of the few quote-unquote money-making apps that actually works how it says. So I could genuinely recommend it. I'm not gonna, like, sugarcoat. You will not be making, like, thousands of dollars off of it. Like, no. It's not. Anybody who claims that with an app, anybody who claims, oh, you're gonna be making thousands of dollars off of this app. No, you're not. You're not. You're just not. Those people are fucking lying to you. They are scamming you. No. These apps where you're basically making almost nothing over the course of an entire day, it'll take you a couple months to actually make something, are most of the time legitimate. Like, they actually pay you. I don't do survey sites because those have been annoying. Survey sites are very annoying, and they take up time out of your day, whereas this, you don't do anything to get the money. You just kind of exist using the internet as you would every day, and you get paid for it. That's it. I know not anybody really asked for that. And again, I'm not sponsored at all. Not sponsored. I have to make sure that's clear. They are not paying me. Legally, I would have to tell you if they're paying me. They are not paying me for this. I would legitimately, it would be illegal if they were paying me for me to lie. I'm not getting paid. I'm not sponsored by Honeygain. Well, I am getting paid by Honeygain, but because I use it. It's not that I'm sponsored by them. If they fucking sponsored me, I'd be singing their praises right now. Because, again, it works. It just works. And again, it really sounds like a fucking shill, like I'm getting paid for this. I'm not. I've just used it for so long. As you saw, my first payout was in, like, 2022. And I was using it before then, so it's been about 4 years. Probably started around 2021 using it. So, yeah, it's not like it doesn't work. Because it does. It actually works. It does what it says. It's not a bad app. It's not bad. Because, again, you don't really do anything to earn that money. You kind of just sit on it. I don't know what the jump tasks are. I'm assuming it's something close to like a survey site to quote-unquote get you more money faster. And if that's your cup of tea, I would sign up for it. But it's not mine. Because I've tried survey sites. I've tried all of that. And a lot of times, like, at one point I tried Swagbucks. And I am fucking name-dropping them because they've cheated me out of money several times. Where it's just like, oh yeah, no, you have enough, but all of a sudden, we can't deliver this money to you. It just doesn't, you know, we just can't. I've had that happen so many times with fucking Swagbucks that It's not something I recommend, not something I would do anymore ever. And every fucking site that I've went to that's like a survey site now, it's just, oh yeah, you're not gonna be able to apply for the survey. Like, you do a survey before the survey, you can't do that survey, so they give you like a penny, if that. And then you're kind of like, because you don't fit the demographic they're looking for a survey. When it's like, what demographic are you looking for? Are you looking for somebody who's absolutely gonna fucking agree with your product? I get it if I don't know what your product does, if I've never, you know, used anything fucking similar. I get I might not have an opinion on it. But your surveys suck. Swag bucks, by the way. Your surveys suck. And surveys suck in general because they are targeted. They're not like survey sites. They are specifically looking for very specific demographics for all of their surveys, which skews results heavily. So it's not like an actual survey. It is straight up, we're looking for people who are going to sing our praises, and if you don't belong in our survey group. So yeah, no, it's very ridiculous. And then all of a sudden, a survey is gonna be like, a survey will talk about a product. And then at the very end, it'll get into, like, the fucking Republican Democrat bullshit. And you're like, what? Why? Why is that what I'm seeing right now? Like, why does that matter? So, yeah. You get some really weird fucking surveys. Heavily skewed. They aren't what you would consider an unbiased survey. They are all biased toward their own. I almost call it propaganda, but they want it to be directed toward their side. 100%. They don't want their surveys to be negative in any way. Some of them are fine and do accept that, but not all of them do. A lot of them are... Oh my gosh. This cat's fighting in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that. Hopefully not. I'm not going to cut it out. It's my mom with cats. Sometimes the cats argue and spat, but they don't ever like hurt each other bad. They just like swat at each other because they're little shits. They're all inside cats, except for the outside ones that don't interact with the inside ones. The outside ones are closer to like actual feral cats. There's the one that's more feral than the others that actually fights things. But the other two are rather sweet. They don't fight people or things. They don't fight like other cats. They kind of just hide. But yeah, no. I thought it would be a good idea for me just to share that because, again, it would be a way to support me, actually, using my referral link, and it helps you, genuinely. It helps you get a little bit of money if you can make a PayPal. I know that's not available everywhere. That's why, like, the jump task thing is important. But I've never used jump task, so I cannot vouch for how that works. I think if you have jump task, you can get your money instantly, rather than what I have to do, where I have to wait like 4 to 5 business days once I pull out the money to get it. Because it takes 2 to 3 business days for it to leave from Honeygain to the payment processor, to Palti, I believe. And then it takes another 2 to 3 business days for it to get from Tipalti to your PayPal account. Whereas with Jump Task, I think it advertises that you can get it. You can get the money immediately. That you don't have to wait any amount of time. Which is nice. It's very nice if you do that. But I don't. Because I don't mind the wait. Again, it's not like... I do odd jobs around my neighborhood to get the money I need for my cats. So it's not like I'm... it's just a little bit extra every so often. It's nice. That's like a meal, you know? You could get a decent meal for 20 bucks, at least here. And I'm sure there's a conversion rate for other countries. I'm pretty sure it's not just US dollars that it does. But yeah, no. I thought it would be a good idea to share that because again, it helps out not just me if you use my referral link. I highly recommend using the referral link just because that would help me out. Again, I would get paid for you using it, which helps me in general. If I can make a decent amount from it, I can actually start genuinely fixing up the channel, getting more custom assets, and feel like it's actually more worth it to do this. Because it does hurt me a lot to actually do things. It hurts my body because I'm not really supposed to be working. But I do it just so my cats can have some food. It's very much one of those things where it's like you have to make a sacrifice at some point for things. You have to make some type of sacrifice, and you know that's the sacrifice I'm willing to make. You know? That's the sacrifice that I'm willing to make for my cats. That they can enjoy. They can have good food, get actually taken care of well. Because again, I've got a ton of cats. People who've been around the channel know that. Yeah, no. Genuinely, I wanted to share that. Just so it could be something that maybe somebody finds and is like, oh, you know what? I might actually use that. Because again, any person who uses my link helps me out. So long as you're using the app, it helps me. And again, it can be used on Android and PC. So if you have a PC or an Android, you can use it so long as you use PayPal. Again, I think the Jump Task lets you use your actual bank account, but I can't vouch for how that works because I don't use Jump Task. I just use the PayPal section. So yeah, no, if that's something that you are interested in, please do check it out. Again, I'm not sponsored. I just need money occasionally. I really do want to improve the channel and improve, like, my setup so I can do better things for everybody watching. I want to be able to actually play some games that I really want to play but don't work well on stream because of my PC. Like, fucking, what is it? Words. What words am I looking for? Like Helldivers, stuff like that. Armored Core 6. I love Armored Core 6. I own it. And I can play it at a decent frame rate with like, without streaming or recording. It's not a great frame rate, mind you. It's a decent frame rate. But yeah, it genuinely, I want to improve the streaming. I want to improve the channel. And something like that could help. It might not sound like it would help much, but it could genuinely help out. Because it's not been that long. It was like August 20th that I got my last payout. And I'm already at like $5 from one referral. One referral of somebody who I know is often on their PC when they're not at work. They're a good friend. They saw it and they were like, oh, well, I'll try it out because you did say it would help you out. And they, not gonna lie, when I posted it, it did sound like I got hacked. 100%, it sounded like I got hacked when I posted it. And I had to get on call to tell them, I'm not hacked, it's real. It is real. I just remembered it because I often forget that it exists because it is such a in the background thing. Like, currently, it's running. It's running right now. It is in the background of my desktop. It is also currently running on my phone, but you can't have both your phone and your PC running at the same time on it because they limit that. It will say on your phone or your laptop. A lot of times it'll say on your phone that, oh, your network is overused, so this device isn't running. Which is just their way of, like, limiting you from kind of, like, having 15 different accounts, like 15 different devices that all run at the same time to make a whole lot of money. It just prevents that, like, people who would exploit it. But genuinely, I recommend using it. I do recommend using it. Not just because it helps me out, but it could also help you out. If you're in a spot where, like, $20 every couple months might, like, help you out, or you're trying to save money for something, you could do a savings account and just drop that extra 20 into the savings account every so often, and you, over a course of a year, you're probably getting like $40-something, and not including the interest from a interest account, like a savings account. Which the interest isn't gonna pile up until you get like several hundred at least in there. It's not gonna be a notable interest, but still, I feel like it's a good thing. Like, yeah, it's not necessarily an income, like a steady income, but it's an income that's useful. It can help you out if you need it. And that's what it's for. It's not meant to make a standard living. It's just there to be like, oh, I really want, you know, maybe like an extra couple dollars every so often. That's what it does. It does that perfectly well. Uh, but yeah, no. Regardless, I'll probably end this here because, you know, I don't like to do too long of videos. Ow, my butthole cramped. Sorry. It sounds really weird to say my butthole was cramping, but it is. Has anybody ever had that randomly? Like, I had, my ex I talked about one time, or I talked to my ex one time. Uh, and I had asked that just because I had randomly gotten that pain. I'd asked, "Oh shit, have you ever had that feeling where like your butthole cramps randomly while you're sitting down?" And she was like, "Yes, I have. I understand what you mean. I get it." So, have you ever had that happen? Has that ever happened to you? Has your butthole ever cramped while you're sitting down? Sounds like I'm about to provide you like one of those infomercial products when I say it like that. But yeah, no. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you do want to check out Honeygain, I will put my referral link in the description. Again, I'm not sponsored. I actually use Honeygain. I've used it for 4 years. That's the only reason I know it works. And you're not going to be making like a serious income out of it. You are just going to be making a little bit extra every so often. And that's it. That's all. So, take that as you will. If you do want to support me without giving me money, that would be a good way to do it. Is using my referral link for Honeygain and just using your devices to scour the internet, and then I'll be getting money from that. You also get money. Don't think it's a selfish bargain. You're also getting money from Honeygain. If you do that. And you then get a referral link because it's not a creator-based referral link. It is just a referral link. You get a referral link, and then you can spread it among your circles, unless you want to help me out more and spread my link throughout your circles. Just to help me, which I don't know why you would do that. I'd appreciate it. I would. But that's just for like that. You could make more if you spread your own referral link. Again, it sounds like a pyramid scheme. Kind of has that same vibe of a pyramid scheme, but it works. Is the thing. It does just work. So, genuinely, if you want to help me out and support me, that's one way you can. You can also watch me live when I start going live again on YouTube or on Twitch at twitch.tv/SilverTatagamiPlays. I'm close to affiliate there, but I haven't been streaming in a little bit. I've been seeing a lot of the things that Twitch is like that's happening on Twitch, and I feel like I'm slowly drifting away from Twitch. I just feel like I am. I've not been wanting to do that quite as much. But I still do want to stream. I might start streaming just on YouTube. We'll see. But yeah. There's that. You can follow me on Twitch. I do have a donation link if you want to like actually give me money on Twitch. I have a donation link that takes PayPal, and you can donate at minimum $1 to me if you want to do that. I'd really appreciate it. It would help me out. I could use that money to. It wouldn't go toward my cats. It would go toward me improving my stream setup, getting things that I need, health-wise, all of that. Uh, there's also another way if you just want to buy me random gifts. You could go to throne.com/silvertatagami. Uh, there, I do have some crowdfunding links for like a PC and my model rigging. Those would be things that I would be trying to get. My first thing is a new phone. First and foremost, a new phone, because my phone is dying. Uh, I would be getting a new phone with any money that I get first, and then I would be saving up for the PC that is in that crowdfunding link. I would definitely be saving up for that, so then I can actually have a decent PC that would allow me to properly stream games and use all the programs that are required for like a good quality stream without it making my PC catch on fire. It is a laptop because I don't have room for a desktop PC because of where I live. I just don't have the room for it, so it is a laptop. But that's the last way to support me, really. I guess you could also support me by following me on Twitter. Anytime I do go live, I also occasionally post like updates and stories that I've written on Twitter, because I was originally a writer. So you can follow me on Twitter at x.com/silverwriter7, writer as in somebody who writes stories, not writer as in somebody who rides a horse. And you can be notified exactly the moment I go live. When I start streaming again, because I will get back into streaming, but currently I am disposed, so I can't. Like, the other day, that Gundam video was the longest time I had, like, recorded. It was the first time I actually had, like, nothing really interrupt me. I thought at one point I would get interrupted, so I was, like, waiting on something like that, but it never happened, which is nice. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to support me, I will have a link to, or I will have my referral link for Honeygain in the description as well as the links to all my other things, except the donation page. You could go to my Twitch for that. But yeah, no. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.